So for me, that's a pretty easy one, and it's something that I'm really happy about, and that is the band's involvement, primarily Clown. So since the very beginning, since day one, Clown has been very, very involved with this process, from creating the blends of bourbon and rye to picking the proofs, to helping with the design of the packaging and the labels. So he's been very involved this whole time. And as a celebrity with a following, it would have been really easy for him to just put his name on a label, slap it on a bottle, and release it to the market and turn a profit. And that's not something that he's been interested in doing. So what really makes this whiskey different is his involvement, and that's why you should try it.
I mean, for me, rock and roll is the blues, you know? So it's like, I don't really like titles. That's a really hard one to define, seeing how you go back, generations and start with no electric guitars, no amps, and really we're talking about the blues, like cultural songs being sung while working, hard work. That hard work, unfortunately, coming with hard disciplines. So rock and roll could only be a baby of all that. So, I think if you're born, you got problems. So whatever genre you're into, I guarantee you're bringing something in your life to it that's funky.
So the term small batch just represents the size and the number of barrels that you utilize in every single batch that you produce of any given whiskey. So for instance, in our Slipknot No. 9 small batch, our batch size is anywhere from 8 to 10 barrels. And that batch is made up of Cedar Ridge bourbon blended with Cedar Ridge rye post-aging. So we blend those together in 8 to 10 barrel batches, and that is our small batch size.
The cool thing about vinyl is that it brings a lot of possibilities for art. So the possibility to have a collection of all of them would be amazing. There's always that opportunity. It's just time, what we're working on at the moment. But that is a really, really good idea, because growing up, you can imagine, being 51, I grew up in record stores looking at vinyl and seeing, large photos really helping me sort of dive into what I thought the thought process of this band would be. So to have a collection of all of them, and especially if they were all very different and sort of collectively showed the art throughout the years, I think it'd be a very colorful, beautiful piece. So I definitely think that's something in our future for sure.